Dr. Erin Simpkins had her cell phone in hand and was dialing 911 the moment Ami's pain level changed. It shattered the child's facial expression, and the doctor knew that the physical condition of her patient had just gotten worse. The smooth brown skin of the child's face contorted and grimaced as the level of pain grew. Erin knew before the little girl dropped the fruit bar or even clutched her heart that the situation was becoming critical. She watched the child's eyes roll upward, exposing only the white cornea. Her small lungs seemed to visibly deflate as the breath left her body and she went limp. To Erin, it appeared that her internal organs, her heart, her lungs, and her brain had paused, then stopped completely. The cardiothoracic surgeon graphically visualized the inside of Ami's body. She saw mental picture after mental picture of how the human body should function. Then she saw images of how Ami's body was probably working. She envisioned a still heart. She saw the slow progression of arterial blood rich with oxygen, stalling in the fourth chamber of the heart because it did not have enough energy to begin its journey through the body. She visualized a diaphragm gently resting in a flattened state as a tiny heart gently pressed into it. She saw the muscular structure of the diaphragm neither rising to press carbon dioxide out of the lungs or dipping to take in air through the nostrils, her windpipe, and finally the lungs. The doctor realized restarting the young girl's heart was urgent. It was critical that the blood flow continue to reach her brain and the other vital organs before too much damage was done. As Erin's hands methodically moved, she laid the child flat on the kitchen floor, checked the girl's airways for blockage, pinched the tip of the child's nose, and covered the little girl's mouth with her own. Erin gently breathed one breath into the small victim, and then another. On visibly seeing the tiny chest move, Erin then placed one hand over the other as she began a series of chest compressions. She silently counted and then paused before giving Ami more oxygen. She placed the side of her face against the tiny chest before she started more compressions. Erin had to get the heart beating again. This organ was responsible for pumping life throughout the body. It was responsible for maintaining the health of every cell, tissue, and organ system in the body. The other girls watched in horror as Erin reached inside her bag. This time she pulled out a clear plastic device. They watched her open their sister's mouth and check her nose and throat again. They stared in amazement while Erin placed one end of a device over their sister's mouth. Ebony and Yasmin continued to watch as the doctor leaned over the girl and began to breathe into the protective device. The sound of a siren could be heard approaching the house in the background, but all of that was incidental noise as Erin continued to count chest compressions as she administered them to the young girl. So intent was she on helping her patient, Erin Simpkins did not hear the arrival of a police patrol car or the screeching sound of wheels as it stopped in front of the house, nor did she hear the quick steps of a father rushing to the aid of his youngest daughter.